Nwaneri exit bomb drops after Arteta message. All the latest Arsenal transfer news in one place, including updates on Ethan Nwaneri, Miles Lewis-Skelly and Anthony Gordon. Romano. Nwaneri future could become a summer topic. There is no guarantee that Ethan Nwaneri will be an Arsenal player beyond this season, according to Fabrizio Romano. The talented teenager is currently on loan at Marseille after struggling for minutes in the first half of the season, and he will have no shortage of suitors this summer, having previously fielded interest from Chelsea and Borussia Dortmund. It is complicated, Romano said. He's at Marseille on loan, not with an option, so he is not going to stay there next season. He will go back to Arsenal, but what happens in the summer transfer window? There have been reports saying Nwaneri could go to Borussia Dortmund, or that he could leave Arsenal permanently, but let me be clear. Dortmund wanted Nwaneri on a permanent transfer from Arsenal already 1 year ago, when Arsenal were negotiating a new contract and eventually managed to agree one. At that time, Chelsea were also very interested, and Dortmund were strongly in the race. That interest remains strong now. Several clubs around Europe are attentive to the situation. But Arsenal have not told the player or his camp that he can leave in the summer. So that is not the case at the moment. It is still not decided. At the end of the season, Arsenal will assess the situation with Nwaneri. Not today. Nothing is clear yet. Dortmund are still hoping to do one of their usual deals with top talents and then potentially sell them later. So Nwaneri remains on their shortlist, but nothing is decided by Arsenal yet. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta himself has cast doubt on the futures of Nwaneri and Miles Lewis-Skelly with his latest comments regarding their playing time. At the end, if we can have players from Highland, obviously that's much better, because the identity is there, he said. We grow with them, and they know exactly what we're looking for. But then they have to earn it, and not for a week, not for a month, not 4 years like anybody else. It doesn't matter what department or role you have in the club. At the end, you have to sustain performance, and that has to be at the very highest level. If we want to win sustainably, we want to win. Newcastle winger Anthony Gordon is interested in a potential move to Arsenal, Courtifside claims, but the Magpies are likely to demand up to €100 million for the England star. Moreover, Arsenal could face strong competition from Bayern Munich, who have made contact with the players' camp, as per Sacha Tavolieri. Gordon, inspired by the success of Mikel Arteta, is intrigued by the club's interest. However, it seems unlikely that Bayern would act on their interest unless one of Arteta or Luis Diaz departs the club. They will not spend big money on what would essentially be a backup option. Arsenal need to step up their pursuit of Aston Villa attacker Morgan Rogers, according to Jay Barthroyd. The Gunners are one of at least 4 major clubs interested in the England international, and Barthroyd believes that he would walk into Arsenal's side. He walks into Arsenal's team, he said. He plays week in, week out on the left-hand side. We need a player who can play on the left-hand side. He's got that in abundance. He can do it. We don't want another Gabriel Martinelli, trust me. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta delivers Ethan Nwaneri and Miles Lewis-Skelly transfer message. The futures of teenage Arsenal duo Ethan Nwaneri and Miles Lewis-Skelly beyond the end of the season are in doubt, as Mikel Arteta is unable to provide them with assurances of regular playing time. Mikel Arteta has cast further doubt over the futures of Highland graduates Ethan Nwaneri and Miles Lewis-Skelly by claiming Arsenal must constantly strive for excellence. In recent days, reports have indicated both players, who broke into the Gunners' first team last year, could be sold at the end of the season to help fund further reinforcements. Attacking midfielder Nwaneri made just 8 Premier League appearances during the first half of the campaign, before joining Marseille on loan in January. His early progress in France has since been halted by Arm's turbulent form and new boss Habib Bye's struggles following the departure of Roberto De Zerbi. Meanwhile, left-back Lewis Skelly has made just one top-flight start this term, despite being a mainstay in the starting Shea season. When asked how difficult it is to juggle the demand for trophies, while also preserving the club's DNA and championing Hale-End graduates, Arteta indicated he would not shy away from making brutal decisions.